My name is John Meletse. This is my sign name. There are 1 billion disabled people in the world. And I'm one here in South Africa, in Soweto.
That is just part of his story. Filming this video for the organization Human Rights Watch, Meletse is opening up about being deaf, gay, and HIV positive.
People think that disabled people don't have sex.
His is a story of defying the odds of birth, of death. This week on African Voices, South African activist John Meletse. On location in Johannesburg, John Meletse learns his lines. He's coached on how to convey his message most effectively. Human Rights Watch chose Meletse to be part of a public awareness campaign about HIV in the deaf community.
People with disabilities throughout the world, and we're talking about 1 billion people here, are often ignored when it comes to issues of HIV and AIDS prevention, access to treatment, access to counseling, and other preventative techniques. And this is because people living with disabilities are assumed not to have a sexual life. And it's something that for us is of great concern because we're seeing an increasing number of people living with disabilities who are now at risk of contracting HIV and AIDS because they simply don't have the information or the access to that kind of information.
Meletse's message is heartfelt because he's had a lifetime of struggling to make himself understood.
I was born in Soweto. I was born deaf. With my mother, she didn't know how to care for me. And so my grandmother took me in. And I went to the doctor, I went to the clinic a lot of times and did speech and hearing therapy for about 4 to 6 years. And then the doctor informed my mother about language that I needed to learn and that I should go to Northwest.
That's a province here in South Africa.
Yes. Northwest. Tswana. And I saw that they were using this sign language. All these adults were mixing together. And I used to cry because I didn't understand them. My mother said, no, don't cry. I'm going to go with you and wait there. But my mother was clever. She dropped me there and ran away. She left. And I was like, what? I didn't know how to socialize with deaf people. I didn't understand the sign language. I tried to learn it. And they would teach me word for word, the other deaf people, but still I didn't understand. And I was like, my mother? And then I started enjoying it because I was with the other deaf people. And I started communicating. We started talking and speaking in this language. At the age of 12, I got involved with girls. We'd like socialize, and the boy group I was very separate. I was friends with the girls and not with the boys. I preferred being friends with the girls. We would pretend like we had babies, and that's how we played as children. But when I went to the boys, I felt, okay, it was fine. I have to socialize there, I understood. Because we had to shower together at school. Out of school. I preferred being with girls. We used to skip, we used to play skipping rope.
Did you know what gay was? Did you know you were gay?
So at that time I didn't know. I was deaf. I didn't know what that all meant. Because I didn't know. Gay? What does that mean? Gay? I didn't know. Why? Because at my school, at my education, we never learned that. At school, we didn't learn those topics. So some deaf people would come and tell me, oh, you're a morphe, you're a morphe. And I'd be like, me? It's sign language. For the same, it's like if a woman is hearing, and then if a guy is gay, then he has a woman's voice. And it's the same like with a deaf guy. The way he signs is gay. So I was like, but
Really?
that's my identity.
Sorry, can I interrupt? So there's an effeminate gay way of signing.
Yes.
Okay, show me the difference.
Okay, I'm gay. This is how I sign. I'm going. And if I'm straight, this is how I'm signing. I'm going home. This different way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it's interesting. Like girls, I like the way girls sign. In 2001, I didn't work. In the deaf community in Joburg, they knew that word gay. And they didn't like it. And they labeled me that. And I wasn't proud. I wasn't proud of myself. It was
You were
hard.
ashamed.
There was a lot of stigma. It was hard for me.
You kind of came out, didn't you? And you, one of the most, actually the only public gay, deaf, black man here in South Africa, aren't you? Still, all these years later.
Yes. Yes. And I think a lot of the past, of the hearing community, they helped me stand up and be gay.
Today, his ability to communicate has been transformed by his cell phone and being able to send text messages. Facebook, too, he says, allows the deaf community to communicate among themselves and with others who can hear.